What's up, everybody? Welcome back to this week's Writing Sync. Now, I have a lot to talk about today. One, I film these videos ahead of time, both mostly vanity as well as my weekly Writing Sync. So I'm technically multiple weeks ahead when you're seeing this. And that's really just for my sanity and to make sure I can stay consistent. And, if I have a week where I'm out of town or something, that I can be ahead on things. It gives me a lot of peace of mind. And so, although you're seeing this the very next week after my last week's Writing Sync, it's actually been 2 weeks real time. A lot of that is just because of stress, and I needed a break. I've just had some stuff going on in my life. My wife's car is kind of trying to kick the bucket. Figuring out all the financial stuff and finding her a new vehicle and all that, and so that's been very stressful and weighing on me. And because of that, I've been kind of in a reading slump. I'm trying to get out of that now, but I'm in a good place now. But I was not very good mentally before, and so I was like, I need to take care of myself. I want to pursue my dreams, but I also need to make sure I'm okay with before. So. Yeah, I'm good now, but I needed the break. And so, word counts. I was at 31,560, I believe. Now I'm at 32,544. So almost 1,000 word increase. I only wrote a couple of days these last 2 weeks, some of which was because I was out of town for some of this. I had to go to a wedding out of town, and I had to drive a lot. I did have one free day that I was able to do a decent amount of writing, which got me a lot of these words, actually. So I needed the break. I needed the time, and I'm in a better place now. So I'm going to try to set my new minimum goal as 1,000 words a week. I think that's attainable. I think that's something to where if I do that, obviously I'd like to hit more than that, but that's my minimum for staying on track. Because again, this book that I'm writing, I'm at 32,000 words. I'm kind of coming up on the third act. I have a feeling it's going to be about 50 to 60,000 words, probably closer to the 50. The 40 to 50,000 is kind of a weird area because novellas go about up to 40,000, and then usually novels are 50,000 or more. So that it can kind of fall into either category. I'm probably still going to call it a novel because I think Lewis Carroll. Charles Dickens, A Tale of Two Cities. God, forgive me for forgetting who wrote that book. But I think that's 45,000 words, and it's a novel. So, yeah, thank you for joining me. Thank you for following along. Thank you all for your kind comments. I have been very appreciative of all the fellow writers and people who have known me from, Talking Stories, my idiocy on Talking Story Town Square. But yeah, thanks for following along. Go check out Mostly Vanity. It's, books, stories, whatever else I want to talk about because it's mostly vanity. Check that out. Thank you for following along. Thank you for giving me grace, giving me encouragement. I truly do appreciate it. And so however long it takes to do what I want to do and write these stories is how long it's going to take. Again, I'd like to finish this draft by the end of the year. I think it's attainable still. So we'll see. All right, guys. I think that's all I have. So see you guys. Leave it in. All right. I'll see you guys next time.